Make sure I can see everybody else. Okay. So for our physical warm-up, we got a couple moves that we're doing. We'll be doing some shoulder shrugs just individually. We'll do some toe raises. I'll just show those with my hands, but you can do them with your feet. And we'll do some head turns and then heel taps where we go heel out. And then the main one that we're going to be doing is we're going to clap. So we're going to start down here on one side. And we're just going to do 4 claps up and then 4 claps all the way down to the other side. And then we'll go back the other way with all the claps. Okay. We're starting with those claps. Let me know, Aaron, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if the sound is okay. I forgot to sound check this one. Can you hear this one? Okay. Okay. Here we go. Starting from one side. And over. And back. And we're going to go up the center. And then we'll clap. Okay, and shoulder shrug. Oh, sorry. Repeating the claps. Other way. All right, shoulder shrugs. We're going back to the claps. Back. Okay, and toe raises. Sweeter than candy on a stick. Huckleberry cherry or lollipop. If you had a choice, you'd be your pick. But the lollipop is mine. And back to our claps. Up the center. All right, let's turn our heads. Back. Other way. Back to the middle. And down. And back. All right, heel taps. Out. Back. There we go, one more clap. Up the middle. All right. There we go. On to the good stuff.
Thanks, Evan. All right. Oh, whoops. I might have removed my spotlight. That's okay. I'm going to share a screen. Okay, so everybody should have, if they can, a straw. If you don't have a straw, it's all right. But a straw and possibly a glass with water. My water is filled just up to there, so it's not super, super full. And we're going to sort of walk through the vocal gym today. We've touched on this once before, but I believe it was last semester. So everybody that's new for this semester, this will be new information and it'll be review. But we only touched on it like one day, so we didn't go into detail. And I wanted to just take extra time today and not be worried about time and walk through the whole process. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see the slides. So this is called a vocal function exercise. I'm going to send everybody this document so you don't have to remember all of this or write it down. I'm going to actually send it through email, not MailChimp, so you'll get a PDF with this information if you're interested in continuing this on your own. Vocal function exercises, this document says, for the healthy singer. I have looked and looked and I haven't found anything about Parkinson's disease and vocal function exercises at all. So I assume I'm gonna move forward with this with the assumption that the healthy singer means you don't have polyps, you don't have tears, you don't have chronic laryngitis. The actual health of your vocal folds is in place not related to, like, there's no vocal injury. Obviously, Parkinson's disease, the aging of the voice, that's going to make a difference on our ability to produce sound. But I'm moving ahead with the idea that this healthy singer concept is actual, like, physiological vocal health. And I believe everybody here is okay with that because you are coming to choir. If we do anything that doesn't work for you or causes too much tension or pain, which it shouldn't cause pain anyway, obviously you can rest, you can stop, you don't have to, you can customize. So please pay attention to what your body's feeling and what your voice is feeling as we do these exercises. And the goal, as it says on here, is to maximize glottal efficiency. I have a little gnat in my room, so if you see me going like this, don't worry, I'm not losing my mind for now. There's just a little bug flying around. I don't want to inhale it. We do maximum glottal efficiency through the balance of respiration, which is our breath, our phonation, which is sound, and resonance, which is filters the air. So this exercise can be done twice a day, morning and night. You can, apnea. I don't think that's going to affect this. I don't know that this will, I'm going to write that down. I don't know if this will make a difference with apnea. I'll look into that. Yeah, I'll look into the apnea question. Anyway, coming back to doing this exercise, you can do this twice a day. You could do this 3 times a day if you wanted to, if you found that it felt good and made your voice feel good. As long as you're not really over executing or over pushing or challenging your voice, it's a pretty basic warm up. And we're going to take some time today, but if you get used to it and you know how to do it, 5 minutes, that's it. Doesn't take very long. In order to do these exercises, you want to make, the sound you're going to make is really, really quiet, right? And the biggest part is we're not actually singing, we're making a sound. So to demonstrate this, one of the sounds we're going to make is like a knoll. It's what they call a knoll, K-N-O-L, or ol. If you look at this slide right here, you can do this on a lip buzz, a tongue trill, a whoop, an ol. I really like the ol sound. I think that has worked really well for me, but y'all can play around with these lip buzzes, tongue trills, whoops, if you'd like. And the way that you make this ol sound, this buzzy sound, or the way that you can learn how to make it is by humming through a straw. So you take about this much of your straw, you stick it pretty like halfway back on your tongue. Let your lips close very gently and like that. Eventually you can take the straw out, and the sound that you're looking for, it creates a little bit of a buzz on your lips. So I don't know how well this will translate to you all, but if I'm going to demonstrate this knoll sound, and I move my finger in front of my lips, you can kind of hear the buzz. So the difference is we're not singing. We're not going, no, there's no buzz. We kind of get a little hum sound there. There creates a little buzz. If that's a challenging sound for you to make, you can use your straw. It's not necessarily a hard concept, but my body, my mouth, took some time to learn this. I used the straw for a while just to get the right sound, and now I don't need it. But it took a little bit for me to kind of latch on to that, to creating that sound. The other way you can work on that sound is by doing that same process, but into some water, which creates a little bit of a bubble and some resistance. So the water is not 100% necessary, but now you do have some water to drink. And you can play around. So and before we play with the water versus the straw versus no straw, just a quick comment on straws. The one I have is a compostable or biodegradable bamboo one. It's like a standard straw size, right? The little coffee stir straws are too small. That's going to create too much pressure back. So don't use the coffee stir straws. And then if you have really big straws, like I think Pat had you had a smoothie straw that's a little bigger in diameter, you can use that, and you can even pinch the bottom. This particular straw it's harder. Well, there it goes. It's a little harder, so it doesn't pinch very easy. But if you have a bigger straw and that's all you have and you want to use it, you can pinch the end a little bit to create some more resistance and play around with how much resistance you prefer. So take just a minute and try, if you have the water, try bubbling into your water, or keep this just a straw. Or if you don't have a straw, practice getting that buzz. On the old sound, I like to put an N in front of it because that sort of primes you to be forward in your resonance. Kind of that nasally sound. No. So take a minute and try those different versions. See which one you like. See which works for you. Maybe try with your straw and then try taking your straw out and seeing if you can create that same feeling. Are you all starting to feel that buzz a little bit? Can you create that sound? Starting to? Yeah. And it may take some practice to get that exactly how you want, but you're on the right track, and you can always just stick with the straw if you like. That straw is another SOVT, right? We talk about humming, lip trills, raspberries. Those keep the air from coming out completely, and it kind of provides a little bit of that massage back in your throat. So this counts as that as well. So just humming through a straw at all is one of my favorite warm-up, cool-downs actually for singing. Also works well for warming up. So let me see. So the exercises that are listed here, we're going to go through them in a moment. There's just 4 of them right here, but I'm going to skip ahead for just a second because here we go. I have to move this so I can see better. For those of you that play piano or have a keyboard or play piano, you can just follow the directions on the. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me scoot back. One of the exercises that we do is a power exercise, and it lists here sopranos, mezzos and altos, tenors, and baritone and basses. These are the notes that you're gonna use to do this exercise. It doesn't tell you where on the keyboard these are, although I will tell you this is middle C. The soprano is middle C. So I'm gonna give you a couple options. I'm gonna show you what it is on the piano, and I'm gonna also show you some apps, one for Android and one for iPhone, that you can get and you can find where these pitches are. So if you want to do them at home and you don't have a piano or you don't read music, you can still do them. So let's actually go back and walk through these. The first exercise we do is as warm up. We make a sustained nasalized E sound on that paper, that little lowercase I in those slash marks. That's actually the sound you make is E. And you inhale through your nose, you sustain that E sound as long as you have breath, your maximum exhale, and then you stop. We do that 2 times through. And depending on what voice you are, alto, soprano, tenor, bass, depends on what starting note or what note you start on. So let's start with, is anybody not sure? Raise your hand really high and hold it up if you don't know what voice you are. Okay, Pat and Joe. Okay, great. Let's see. Just at home. Let's do the sing on an ah. Anybody that's curious and wants to see like kind of where their range falls, I want you to just sing ah. Okay, now here. Notice when you drop out. So raise your hand if you end up dropping out if this is too high. Okay, yep, that's getting a little high for some folks. That's okay. If it gets too high, you can stop. Pat, you still doing okay? Okay, Ralph, yep. Is that too high for you, Pat? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna guess that most of y'all are altos, if not tenors. So female singers, stick with the alto parts for now, unless you know you're a soprano. Okay, anybody else have a question on their own voice? You can also unmute if you have a question too. Okay, so bass, baritones, super low. And then the sopranos are, oh, excuse me, warm up. I'm skipping ahead. We're gonna warm up on F. Okay, so for basses and sopranos, we're gonna warm up on an F. Basses, sopranos. And I realized that there's going to be a little bit of sitting here for people until it's their turn. You can practice your straws. You can you can do some SOVTs while you're waiting. That's fine. But we're sopranos and baritones and basses. We're going to do this warm up. Inhale fully. And then we're going to do a really light, really nasally, like super light. Super gentle and super light, where we're getting that buzz rather than singing. And Kit, that's a good point. Kit just mentioned that she changes octave when it goes out of your range. That's great for singing. For this exercise, we want to make sure you may be, Kit, your voice get really low. You may be okay doing some of the lower stuff. And any of the female singers that can sing really low, you're still going to want to do your warm-up and all these exercises in the range that you are, as opposed to flipping back and forth through the octaves. So, Kit, I might actually try you as you may be okay with the baritone. Try it out. Try it and see how this feels for you. And we can always switch you to tenor if you feel like the tenor might be a better fit. We're doing a little bit of
I used to be a tenor, but I think I'm a bass now.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, stick with the basses. I think not being able to hear each other makes it a little bit challenging, but so I'm do your best guess on this, and I can always meet with you all one-on-one if anybody's curious. So Basses, sopranos, inhale, and okay, we're going to do that one more time. Basses and sopranos. Inhale. Okay, and we may cut you off today if you're still going and I stop. In your own practice, you would go as long as you have air, but we may just cut it off today just for time. Okay, tenors. You're right here with this. You're gonna work on A. Tenors are gonna warm up on this note. So taking a breath and sing that. Great. All right. One more time, tenors. Taking a breath, and here's your pitch. Great. And mezzos and altos, you're going to warm up on an E above middle C. So here we go. Here's the sound for mezzos and altos. Take a breath in. And mi. Great. Let's do that one more time. Take a breath in. E. Great. Okay, so that's how you do the warm-up. Knee sound on that, and I'm going to give you the handout so you'll see which pitch to do that on. Now you're going to get your straw, and we're going to do a stretch. So lip trill, buzz, knoll, straw. You're going to go from your lowest pitch, whatever your lowest pitch is, to your highest pitch. Once again, we are not singing. We are just making a sound that's going from low to high. So for me, it would sound like this, and y'all can join in on your own pace to go low to high. And again. And once you've done 2 of those, you're going to do the contraction exercise. So that exercise that we just did, the stretching, elongates the vocal folds. Now we're going to contract them, and we're going to go from high to low. And when you're done with your first one, do a second one. see some people maybe feeling some buzziness up here. That's great. That's fine. Okay, and now is our what's called the power exercise. Let me pull the screen back up. And this is where we're going to go back to the straw and that knoll, kind of that knoll sound with different pitches. So you'll see down here, as it loads, that everybody sings different pitches. The basses and the sopranos, we're just a couple octaves apart. We do the same thing. And then tenors and mezzos and altos. So I'm actually going to start with our mezzos and altos. Mezzos and altos, let's go back to you for just a second. I'm going to have you come in on your B. And then add the sopranos in. I think that'll be a better way to do it. So mezzos and altos only. Here we go. Breathe in. And okay, and let's do a second round of that. Mezzos and altos, breathe in, and okay, let's add our sopranos. So we're going to do the C twice, even though the sopranos and basses have done it once, because we're adding those altos in. So altos, basses, and sopranos. Breathe in, and one more. Breathe in. Great. Moving up to the D, sopranos, basses, and altos. Breathe in. And a second time, breathe in. And great. Let's add our tenors in. Okay, we're going to go up to our E note. Ready? Breathe in. And let's do that again. Breathe in. And okay, we're gonna one more for the mezzos and the altos. So everybody is on F. Breathe in. And Mezzos and altos, you've concluded your 5 notes. Sopranos, tenors, and basses. We're going to go on to the G. Ready? Breathe in. And all right, let's do that again. Breathe in. And okay, sopranos and basses are going to drop out, and tenors, we've got 2 more notes for you all. So tenors, breathe in, and let's do that one more time. Breathe in, and okay, and last one for tenors. We're going to go up to this B. Breathe in and great. And let's do one more round for the tenors on this B. Breathe in. Here's your note. Okay, and take a rest and get some water if you'd like. And that is the entirety of the vocal function exercise for the healthy singer. When I send you that document that explains the exercises, I can also send you a document if you're interested. I'll send it, and if you're interested, you can document the duration of your vocalization, and you'll see over time things. The goal is you'll see over time that gets increases, and you have more strength and stamina. Are there any questions at this point? I'm going to go back into the share screen and share how you can do this on your own. But are there any questions at the moment? Did anybody have any difficulty? Did it feel pretty easy? Maybe not so easy. Is it not easy because of the pitches, or is it not so easy because of the sound that you're trying to make? You can unmute.
I knew which note I was on, to be honest with you.
You weren't sure which note you were on?
No, I just jumped in and did it.
Okay. Okay. I was assuming you jumped in at a place that felt natural.
For a while. Yeah.
Did it get too high?
Yeah.
Okay. See where the altos are, the ranges for altos, and maybe just start one note lower and go up 5 notes as opposed to starting where the altos go. That might be one way to give you some structure to find out where a good range for you is just to kind of shift everything down 1 or 2 pitches. If that intrigues you and is something you're interested in figuring out. That's how I would start that. It's like, oh, altos start on the B. I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to start on the A, maybe even the G, and then do 5 notes up from there. We're not in here to be opera singers. We're not in here to be, the next Lady Gaga. This is a vocal function exercise for your voice. If you decide to try this and you find a range that's comfortable and you're like, oh, this actually is making a difference, hey, there you go. If you try it and you're like, it's not for me, don't do it. Or if you're like, I don't really notice a difference, I'm not going to continue, that's okay. But I want you to have the access to the exercises. I want you to know what they are and how to execute them. And then if you never do them again, that's okay. And if you have to kind of fudge a little bit what they're saying in order to find the right range for you, that's okay, right? We're gonna adapt this to make it make sense for you. And if I'm talking in musical language, so many of you read music and have a musical background and will know what I'm talking about. But if it's new to you or if this language doesn't make sense, the apps that are out there will help with this, and I'll show you what those are in just a moment. Any other questions about the execution of this? Awesome. Let me go back to sharing my screen. So the directions technically say do this twice a day. Once your times begin to level off, you can do them daily instead of twice. Try and maintain 80% of your maximum average time. If you drop below that, go back to doing them 2 times a day. I'd say for us in this crew, we could do them twice a day and just keep it going. You know, keeping our voices as healthy as we possibly can. So unless it starts to feel fatiguing or it's too challenging, don't. But that's the general directions for this. There are a couple of apps available. So if you know how to play the piano and you know how to find the notes, on the document itself, it just says C, D, E, F, and G. It doesn't say where on the piano, but this I'll send you and it tells you where to start. So if you know the keyboard, C4 is middle C, and then B, you kind of count down from there. So if C4, middle C to the next C, which is C5, you're going to be C4, D4, E4, F4, G4, A4, B4, C5. Wait a minute, hold on. That's not right. I gotta look at my keyboard. I don't have this memorized like I should. I believe the A and B start with the C, so that is correct. That's how we're gonna look at this. C4 to C5, and all the notes in between are their note plus the number 4. Okay? If we're looking at apps, if you don't want to use the piano, there's different apps. For iPhones, there's an app called Pitch Perfect, and that image there is what it looks like. I have it here on my phone, right there. Oh, that's not right. It's Pitch Perfect, this gold one right there. And when you open it, it opens up. And you would click on vocals, and it comes up with this list. You can see all of your pitches are there. So right now the line is on A4, and wherever and it lists them. I'll turn this up. That's why you can't hear. So C4 is right there. So if you tap on the C4, it gives you that pitch that you need, and then you know right where you are. And you can slide it up, or you can tap it up. So that's one of them. I don't have an Android, so I can't show you Pitch Perfect on Android, but I believe it's very similar, where it gives you C4, D4, F4, all those notes that are listed with the letter and the number. So that's how I would suggest doing that. Whew, it's a lot of information, I know we took a lot of time to do that today, but I did want to go through that slowly and really give all the information. So we have 10 minutes. Let's sing a little bit.
All right, so this first one is called Sunny. Let's see. I'm just going to count you in. We're going to start Sunny. There's going to be a couple key changes in here. So if at any point it gets too high or gets too low, you can drop out or hum along or switch the octave. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sunny. Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny. You smiled at me and really eased the pain. Now Now the dark days are gone and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true. I love you. Sunny, thank you for the sunshine bouquet. Sunny, thank you for the love you brought my way. You gave me your all, and now I feel 10 feet tall. Sunny, one so true. I love you. Whoa. Sunny, thank you for the truth you let me see. Sunny, thank you for the facts from A to Z. My life was torn like a windblown sand, and a rock was formed when we held hands. Sunny, one so true. I love you. Sunny, thank you for that smile upon your face. Sunny, thank you for the gleam that flows from grace. You're my spark of nature's fire. You're my sweet, complete desire. Sunny, one so true. I love you. Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, you smiled at me and really eased the pain. The dark days are gone and the bright days are near. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny, one so true. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Right. Okay, switching up the vibe a little bit here. The old country song. Yeah, we're gonna do this one in A. I was standing, 1, 2, 3. I was standing by the window on one cold and cloudy day, when I saw the hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. Can the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Lord, I told the undertaker, undertaker, please drive slow, for this body you are holding, Lord, I hate to see her go. Can the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I followed close behind her, tried to hold up and be brave, but I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in the grave. Can the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, Yes, my mother, she was gone. All my brothers, sisters crying. What a home to sit alone. Can the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Neat.
Dream, that's our starting pitch. Dream, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dream, 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 dream. When I want you in my arms, when I want you, and all your charms. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. All right, let's do a little Sing Your Way Home. Sing your way home. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sing your way home at the close of the day. Sing your way home. Drive the shadows away. Smile every mile, for wherever you roam, it will brighten your road. It will lighten your load if you sing your way home. Sing your way home at the close of the day. Sing your way home. Drive the shadows away. Smile every mile, for wherever you roam, it will brighten your road. It will lighten your load if you sing your way home. All right, everybody, thank you so much.